He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Cards and the Hawks, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want...
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense heading out, and they do so behind Kyler Murray, their dynamic quarterback in his 6th season now from Oklahoma.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
First carry for James Conner. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Again, it's Conner. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, fancy running by Murray. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Murray. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. That throw batted away by Boye Mafe. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my note.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at about the 14. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, He had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Smith. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Geno now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. 15 carries, 69 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals 1st down as he'll get this up to the 32. The Cardinals at 5-7 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 33-yard line.
Murray a give. This is Connor. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Murray. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Murray now to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals! Michael Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Well, now how about this return? And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. On the return, Dortch. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 15-yard line.
Murray now. There's a short one caught by Ryman. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They juked him. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Walker now on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
And going right back to Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st down, it's Benson. Powerful running. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A slant to Jones. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Murray. Caught on the right side by Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. On the handoff, Benson running right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
To throw, it's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
7-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
A shotgun snap for Smith. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing is Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw is Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
Here comes Dortch on the return.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Now it's Lockett.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Straight ahead, Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Smith. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll go again with Benson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They run over center with Benson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Murray going to throw.
That is caught.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 22-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the gun on third down, Murray.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
To throw is Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Murray.
8-yard line.
And it's caught. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. John Wolford, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. In the first half, the Cardinals did what they always do, and that's rely on their quarterback, Kyler Murray. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 33. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Murray now to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try to run for it with Benson.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Murray now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
A give. Here comes Benson.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hodges. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now Smith. This is Fant on the short completion.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a draw play. It's Walker. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping. And he spins past him and into space. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Ball start.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Another run here with Benson.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
To throw, it's Murray. And that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cardinals first down.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looking to throw.
Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Caught by Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. That escapes the sack. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
An injury stoppage here and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Zay Jones.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And out now come the Seahawks.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
Throwing is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
On the give here, Charbonnet.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Smith.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Smith.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give here to Charbonnet on the option.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Walker.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The football going back over to Arizona now. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Zone read. Here's Benson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
27 yards there, a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Geno now to throw. This complete to Lockett. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cardinals' 32-yard line.
Smith.
This throw nearly intercepted. The big D lineman almost had it, but 3rd down coming up.
Smith throwing again.
That is caught.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Geno.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
He was defended by Garrett Williams.
Play action. It's Smith. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll try the left side with Carter.
There's the stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Boye Mafe
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back to throw.
He'll get that complete to Harrison.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Geno. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs, None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On the return, Dortch.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
The home team's offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll go again with Benson.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Smith to throw. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Gets this to Fant.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Smith's going to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
This is 1st and 10. Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Here's Smith setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
step. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Where they came so close, Charles, they were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Cards, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.